Hey, it's Michelle coming to you with some kitchen inspiration. I'm making some mini pumpkin cakes. They're super easy, so I thought I would share this with you. So they're going to be right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually spray my brownie pan. I have some just regular vegetable oil in my kitchen spritzer. This is nonstick technically, but I like them to fall right out because I'm taking them to Bible study tomorrow, and they need to pop right out of the pan onto a platter. So I always just give them a gentle spray. Don't ever use regular cooking spray like Pam or anything on here, because that leaves a sticky residue, okay? And it ruins your pan eventually. It's just plain oil. It always works better. Okay, I've got my batter bowl here, and I'm using a yellow cake mix. The original recipe called for a spice cake mix, but I don't have that, so I have a yellow cake mix. So what I'm gonna do is turn it into a spice cake mix with our Cinnamon Plus seasoning, which is out just for the holidays. So I'm gonna put a tablespoon Cinnamon Plus in there. And then I've got a can of pumpkin. I'm gonna grab my smooth edge can opener. You know, if it lifts the can, then it's going to work appropriately. So we're just gonna give this a good spin. Oh, it smells good already. That Cinnamon Plus smells so yummy. You wanna get yourself a couple bottles now because they only bring that out from October to December. And if it runs out of stock, it's out of stock. So grab a couple bottles right away. All right, so I got my small mix and scraper, and I'm gonna mix this pumpkin into this cake mix. Now I'm making 2 batches of these. One batch is gonna have some cream cheese, like frosting glaze, and the other one's gonna have some melted chocolate, because I got a bunch of ladies and I'm not sure which ones they like better. So I'm making it 2 different ways. I'm gonna make 2 batches actually. All right. So we're just gonna give this a nice stir. It doesn't have anything else in it. This is all it gets: pumpkin and cake mix, and in this case, spice. But if you have spice cake, you don't need that. But actually, I love yellow cake. To me, yellow cake is the way it's all about. So I'd rather just add my own spice. All right, we're just gonna incorporate this. Really nice. You couldn't really use a whisk with this. It's too thick. You just need a good spatula. Okay, so use one of our good silicone scrapers. That's gonna really lift everything and move it around. And it doesn't have to be perfectly smooth. Okay, it'll be fine if it's not perfectly smooth. We just wanna not have dry spots. Gosh, I still have a dry spot. I should have put the pumpkin in the bottom. I broke my own rule. I always put some liquid in the bottom. Okay, there we go. Now, this is good for people who are allergic to eggs too. We're gonna use the large stainless scoop. This is the one that's metered for the muffin pan. It also works perfectly with the brownie pan. I'm gonna put this in here, and then these go in the oven at 325 for 20 to 25 minutes. You just kind of need to keep an eye on them and, you know, see when they're ready. Stick a fork in, make sure they're done. If you're not using this size pan, you're gonna have to adjust your time for the pan. This size pan would also be equivalent to a standard muffin pan, okay, because that's a regular scoop also. So if you want to use a standard muffin pan, you can do that. I love our brownie pans. It makes them look more like cake. And so that's pretty much it. I'm going to pop these in the oven. Thanks for joining me.